let's see then. I think everything should be running smoothly now. Or at the very least, one should hope that everything is running smoothly. Repeat after me. 1, 2, buckle my shoe. 3, 4, you want some more? We always want more. That is all, but we desire more, more, more. But yeah, I'm having enough fun now as is. Well, let's see. This time, for real, it is the end of fantasy. Or I swear to God, it is a rough time. Now then, I'm still going to wait for people to get in here because I imagine that there are some people who don't want to miss this out. So we're just gonna be having a chill session for like maybe 10 minutes or so. Because I do have an issue with actually just knowing when people are here or not. My systems aren't as flawless as I'd like them to be. But alas, that is something that we do work with. And it is something that we work quite a bit with. Alright, I did mention that I had some plans to make a wicked physical build to really trounce Lucifer, as I call him. So, I guess I should explain that at least real quick for the VOD watchers. So, what I've done here as our primary setup is that I have gotten the main character up to Warlord mainly so I can pick up front boost. Because that is just, in general, a really good passive to have. And we still have the Kajan Formation of Vigor, but I think slightly that we will not need them for our purposes now. Stroll will be our primary DPS. He will still have the Kaiser's Pickle Hub. And the main thing that's new here is that, let's see, yeah, he's up to Wizard as per usual, and he's got Mastered Berserker. Made it to give him a bit of extra oomph with some strength. Next up, Heismay. Heismay is a Gara, as we all expected. The reason for him being a gunner is simple. We wanna make use out of Mania Bullet. Because by golly gosh, Mania Bullet is probably one of the better skills in the games for enabling... Actually, did I see that right? Oh no, right, that's why, because I have equipment. That's why I negate fire. But yeah, Dragoon, we want that for Mania Bullet, but as you can see down here, up to Warlord as well. Because, as some of you guys might have noticed, we are up here again with a front boost. Yuna hasn't really gotten any changes. She is still the perfect queen that she is. The main thing that I need to... I can probably afford to do this. So instead of Dikunda, we will have... Let's see, what will we have? It was some skill that I was thinking about. Not Debilitate, not Makarakarn. Right, here we go. It was Faker's Roguery. Which is mainly just gonna be our gambling, yeah. Or gambling skill. Ay. I do want to try to see how we can make magic work for it better. Well, for now that's gonna be that, and then for our fifth party member that we're gonna be having on field, it will be Basilio. And for his case, it's generally the same. He's got strike boost, health boost, and short range boots. But I also managed to pick up front boost on him as well from the Warlord. So we are fairly set, all things considered, in just pumping out a bunch of physical attack damage. Now, as for what those presences were that I did off transmission, well, easiest to say, they were rematches against the other human bosses that we faced throughout our journey. The baby, the sandworm, the hydra, the egg. We've also faced off against the apple man. Most of them weren't really all that, I guess, indicative of power. But yeah, that's that for the general skills and passives. Now then, as for our builds, I will still be using Dragon's Legacy, Cardinal Dragon Armor. Nice last dance, because better have that than not have it. Main character will still be keeping the Utilitarian's Manual, because too good not to have. As we tried in the previous attempt yesterday, as Stroll is currently rocking the Synthesis Extra Boost power couple of Overload Sash and Beloved Greatsword. If I wanted to, I could have him have the War King's Claymore, because that is still a boost in attack by 20%, as well as a 99% hit rate. Which is good, but I think that he'll crit well enough as is. I'm not going to need Hulkenberg, so I don't need to actually change her up. But still though, if you guys ever get to have a chance to mainly just try out a counter Hulkenberg, which is probably not super viable, all things considered, but it is funny. Lance of Judgments is for you, most certainly. I don't know how much it enhances the counter skill activation, but as we saw during the last night's attempts, it increased it quite readily. And Heisme is gonna be Heisme in that he's mainly gonna be having the Gunner's King Bow, which is a slight increase in power for piercing attacks. The Colonel Dragon Rim, which is just good, and the Utilitarian's Manual. I'm not certain I want him to have the Yggdrasil Crown. Then again, I'm not even certain what I would give him otherwise, if not for the Yggdrasil Crown. So yeah, that's about that. Juno is gonna be the same: Utilitarian's Manual, Divine Light Gloves, Heroes Curious, and Hero King Fan. Just to make her extra good at being a bit of a dodger. Right, she's also maxed out on intellect, on magic now, so that's neat. UFO we will not be using, but I do want to showcase that her next to ultimate weapon is the King's Crozier, which allows her to, well, essentially do her job better in having way more mana to deal with. Let's see, how much mana does she have to deal with? You know, almost 900 mana. That is a ludicrous amount. In comparison, Juno only has 500 to deal with, so if one wanted to, one could have Yufa as your heal buffer and debuffer. But I don't think that she has enough room to play around with that, I guess you could call it. I know, all of the Royal King weapons are pretty decent. Though I do believe that the Dragon's Legacy is just the best one for Army of Dragons. And Gallica, our beloved Gallica, is still gonna be doing her normal rocking stuff. The Fairy Saber, the Fairy's Cloth, the Fairy's Hairpin, as well as the Fairy Charm. I say that as if that matters, but hey, I'm partially just buying for time here for people to show up. No, boy. Well, I am a professional japper, so I can just continue on speaking until the end of time. But for all that's good and well, silence is sometimes golden. Are we ready for fantasy? I personally think that we're ready for fantasy. Let's see then. Yeah, no, that's all well and good. Actually, I'm gonna check now. Can I complete the summon experiments? Nope. I did not get a single talisman of the avatar during all of that. That is unfortunate. Hi, Adeline. Welcome to the transmission. Hope you've had yourself a good Sunday. I've been mainly been well, buying a bit of time, I guess you would call it. Still though, it is a good time to buy some time since I've gotten the chance to practice talking a whole lot more. So that's fair and nice, I would say. Let's see, then I think that I bought time for 15 minutes now. So yeah, now's probably a good time that we can just buy time by going through the cutscenes again. Since let's have a reminder of what we saw last night. Actually, no, let's double check to see if my team's correct.
Now.
Yeah, no, we want to start out with main characters, Roll, Yuna, Basilio. Yep.
Alright.
I am ready to go. When you leave that door, a predicament awaits you, if that's even a strong enough word. Louise transformed into a demon. Oh. Louise transformed into a demon. And at his side, death itself. But you have already overturned your fated demise once. If you do emerge victorious and become a king, you will truly have proved your ideals correct. That fantasy is not just an empty dream, but one with the power to change the world. It seems as though my novel has outlived its usefulness. Feel free to leave that old book here. From now on, you'll be the one writing the story, your own true tale of fantasy.
The kingdom rests in your hands now. If there is yet any value to believing in something beyond us, prove to me that fantasy has the power to color reality. Now, onward, O King of a new dawn!
I appreciate the well wishes more.
Everyone! He's awake!
Is he alright?
Thank the stars.
Huh. Considering it was we who engaged Amata's gambit, this must be rather humorous to him.
We pulled through, thanks to Neurus. Can't believe he caught us mid-plummet on that busted Skyrunner.
Well, don't leave out highs, mate. Wouldn't have expected his wings to be so handy.
Never again.
We're in good shape. Our wounds have already healed. It was all so fast. I'm still a little shocked. True. It's bound to be everyone hoping the best for us below. Like what Luis did. Only the magic working in reverse.
I didn't mention it last time because I was so stunned because I was excited. But it's very funky how the original magic and the well wishes of everyone is able to keep us to regenerate our heart.
Why? Why do you still stand in defiance? What drives such tenacity?
Luis! The world is full of injustice. Not everything you've said is wrong, much as it hurts to admit.
Yet, you would give up because you see no other way. And no future can come from that. We may struggle with fear and anxiety, but we shape our own destiny with our own hands. I have no doubts.
Yes, you're a man who has endured tragedy. It's foolish, I know, all this talk of belief. I know well. That said, if you cast aside all belief, all that remains is to endure a slow death.
As for me, I believe things can change. I have to. Singing and believing aren't so far apart, right? Even then, my songs touched you too. I know they did. After I'd idealized my death more than I ever did my life, thanks to a chance encounter, everything changed for me. Now I can hope for the best, without fearing for the worst.
Hi Ray, welcome to the transmission. Yeah, no, you would be correct.
If you ask me,
Luis
that's what magic
officially
is.
nerfed.
Luis?
Not only nerfed, I did some work on my own time to make this a humiliation hour for him.
And now, you want to crush that hope?
And hey, congrats on a 3-time viewing streak on this transmission. That's very impressive.
To admit to yourself, you're the one who's hopeless now.
Luis,
The fairies came to live in the Sanctum. But do you know why we chose it? The Elder tribe. We admired the people of humanity. To make our dreams into realities, we have to trust each other. When people do that, that's what makes them so amazing. If you deny the power of trust, if you make the world a place where it can't exist, then you're just plain wrong!
Have you had yourself a good Sunday?
Fools. These false foundations. Who in their right mind could promise such fantasies? I will never let injustice be repeated. Never again!
Locking in is your favorite pastime. My, I wonder on how much of...
His aura is entirely different. It's a magla burst.
I want to make a joke, but I'm not sure how the joke should go.
No choice now. We prove ourselves with all that we are!
Let's go then! This is our final battle!
Again, the world must be shattered, and again it must be rebuilt anew. You will die in tribute to my ideals, Prince.
I don't know, now I know what joke I want to make. This is the joke. Locking in is your favorite pastime. My, in that case, I wonder on how how well you're able to. No, that's a terrible joke. I'm already fucking it up. Because I think I was going for something a la lock-on in the Zelda series, but that's also a terrible one. I don't know. If you lock in well enough, you might be able to beat up God in a chess match. Maybe that joke works. Time to get back at him. Yeah! Time to get back at him big time, Lucifer. And hey, welcome to the transmission.
I've got just the dance for you. You might say it's to die for. Your turn.
On you will.
I'll hand back. Behold,
Have no
I
need.
walk a road. Let's work together.
We are gonna be taking no shit today,
Let's go!
Louise.
No holding back.
And also, hi doggy, welcome. We're currently visited by a hound. He doesn't really tend to bark too much, so we'll likely not hear him, but hey, he's here now. Also watching us take down Louise.
So slow.
The inequities of the world can only be cleansed if the strong subsume the weak. Now, be a noble sacrifice. Sacrifice yourself to the new age.
What? Is he trying to swallow those people? Wait, they're puppets?
I do wonder what does happen if he were to...
Attack him before he swallows more!
Louise be like, be a bottom, submit to your top. I mean, I don't know, Louise. This is not really a good showing than if you were to be a top. Since you're looking mighty weak here.
You first.
Don't
Mighty
underestimate
weak, oh pal.
attitude. It looks like you've got several ailments. Watch your back.
I mean, can you deal with this?
Coordination is key.
Let's do this!
Yes! The puppet's mag was fading!
I do wonder how, or rather what happens if the puppet is still in their mouth, because it is quite easy to get everything set up.
Holding up an incredible amount of magma.
So you deal enough damage to burst the puppet down.
Sacrifice yourself to the new age.
Jonah, careful! It looks like
All
you've got
yours.
several ailments. Watch your back.
And it's
You can count on me.
I knew you'd help. Gotta help this out.
You've got a bunch of ailments slowing you down, Captain!
Let's work together. In your
We'll team up!
And now then, for the real fight.
Yes! The puppet's magla's fading!
my world, my perfect world.
So after giving the harder version of Louis a good old bit of attempt, I wonder if you'll ever get a salty run back against it off transmission. Oh, I most certainly will do it off transmission. I might even do a salty run back against hard mode Louis in Regicide, because that seems like a decent challenge once I have everyone at like 99 and maxed out their archetype trees.
Will sustain the strong. Oh, weak one. Oh, peon.
His magla has gone out of control. At this rate, even a man of Luis's mental strength would lose his grip on sanity.
In the end, even he couldn't escape his own anxiety.
Then by his own logic, we've got to put him down. The weak deserve to die. The bastard's own words, yeah?
If he saw a threat in our power, then let us wield it.
You can't just believe in nothing. Nobody can rely on themselves alone. It's a pitiful way to live, and it's time we put an end to it.
Luis Guiaban! Here and now, I will strike you down!
Okay, it's time to do this! Give us our final call to arms!
Come on, everyone. Let's go!
Everyone,
This is our last chance. We've come this far. We have to end this here and now.
give Louise no quarters. Hulkenberg has to be my favorite. Ayano, she is fantastic. I just love her energy. She's really great. I do want to have a ranking of the party members as well as the other confidants that we
I'll
have
give you the performance of a lifetime.
as we ponder a bit on the credit scenes. But for now,
No one here fights alone.
I want to show you guys what I've done.
Let my power support you.
How's this?
I owe you. I owe you one. Who should I beat down first?
I'll leave this
My
to you.
turn.
Since it is time to showcase
Won't hold back.
all that I've done here to set up something strong.
In the name of justice, warrior!
Hopefully I'll remember the operation for it.
World and its ideals have no need for you.
That said, bye bye Luis.
Secret technique.
Bye bye Luis, indeed. Because we have done our setups. He is now weak to slash, pierce and everything
let's
else.
do this. You better be ready. Don't be
Go
scared.
weak.
I will fight with pride. Vida's power.
Slash once.
How's this?
I shall fight as the noble I am.
Yeah, no, there's a stark difference between how much health hard mode Luis has and normal mode Luis. In the previous version, he would not have been. He would have barely been touched with his health.
Let's get on with it!
But yeah, no, I've had my fun. Luis, your fantasy is now over.
Let my power support you.
See the power that I've made. Physical will remain the ever-powerful element in Atlas RPGs. Get fucked, Luis. Get fucked.
Why? Why is it still beyond me?
Dawn breaks.
destroyed. Utterly destroyed. Off with your head.
Look! He's done it! He's finally beaten Luis!
He has 80,000 health in the hard mode version. That is a lot of health.
Does this mean he's won?
32k damage. Yeah! I did make a mean setup to deal that much.
He did it!
Not yet.
Oh no, he's not actually done yet.
My ideals. Witness!
So like double, you know, it seems like it is double his HP compared to normal and hard mode.
Everyone's fighting their fear and anxiety. Nobody knows for sure what's right. And even through all that, the people have declared you king!
We fight for more than justice. Show him our will against his. Show him the fall of his world.
Hold fast to your ideals! 'Tis your sworn duty as king!
You wielded the power of kings! It's time to stop following their footsteps! Now it's your turn to take your place with them!
Your fantasy is naught but lies!
What? What's going on?
Dawn breaks. And the main character has been elected king. We did not win by pure power alone. We did not win because we killed Luis. We won because the people believe in us.
Now, die!
No. Fantasy is more than an empty dream. It's a dream with the power to change the world!
Wow. No, that's a lot.
Damn you!
With the back piece, he does someone give me Orpheus energy. Hey, look at that! We completed all quests! How nice! So now I can read without disturbing the cutscene. So like double HP? Yeah, no, I think about us double HP. You have no idea how satisfying it was setting up a one turn against hard mode Luis on my shooter playthroughs. Even more so while letting bro do shit to me with my restrictions. Yeah, no, I can only imagine that it feels like... It will probably feel like the elation of having a hard knot in your back finally pop back into place and you feel the tension release throughout all of your body. That is something that would be very powerful. So real stroll, I do also fight with my fear and anxiety a lot. Yeah, no, that is being human. It is also being a robot if I'll tell you that much. Fear and anxiety wells within me as much as electricity and fuel does. And with this, we unlock the king archetype. Aye, we have finally become a worthy king for the people. And we have defeated Luis. I finally bested my adversary, Luis, who have become a threat to all mankind. Thankfully, the nightmare of an entire populace transformed into human has been averted. This nation has some hope for a future.
That must be The lord that governs utopia in all worthy champions. The hero's archetype. The king. I see. At long last, fantasy has become a force that frees people from anxiety. A harbinger of change for a deadlocked reality.
The people have chosen my son. With that, my tremendous gamble hath borne fruit. Thus it is that my duty here draws to a close.
We love fantasy, don't we? Yeah? Magic and dragons are among some of the best things inside of fantasy. Especially if your magic system is a bit wacky. I really do enjoy that. But even then, there's so much to enjoy in fantasy. Grand architecture, lost relics, histories beyond our own. Alright then, here we get a quote from Ray with how satisfying it feels to one-hit hard mode Louise with his restrictions. It feels like finding that one piece of equivalent of weed, an endless high that blows my shit off move in that bitch. We ain't going 420, we going 840 in that shit as I give the blunt a final puff and ascend into a higher plane of existence. Truly, only 840. Are you not gonna go all the way up to 1260, Ray? I would damn near say that that's gonna be a 1260 value of blunt with adulation. But I getcha. Some real nice shit, to be a bit crass. Anymore, I'm asking for death, bro. I'm sorry. I don't intend to invoke death upon G. I want you to live, so you can have your own fantasy. And indeed your gamble has borne fruit, high total Leos, or as I know you more. You have been a nice guide, and if this truly is the end, we'll see you around for the next fantasy.
And now, a novel you wrote with such passion will finally begin a new chapter.
Oh?
This voice... could it be? But how?
While flames swept through the sanctum, I cast a final spell to abandon my body and survive in soul. I became an immaterial being among the fairies. I had to, so I might provide guidance to the child on his most perilous path.
It's not being high, it's living the fantasy. Oh, that's an excellent joke right there. Excellent.
The power of the archetypes. Was that your doing?
No. All I did was awaken them to it. My voice carried the words they needed to hear. That power is no great and rare treasure. It is something that might be grasped by anyone with the will to change the world. And anyone has the power to change the world. Those children proved as much. Now, that boy has grasped the courage of a warrior. All dragons who still roamed the continent have fallen by his hand. For what greater embodiment of the impossible is there than a dragon? And he now possesses the power and will to quell those forces.
That very much so seems like a voice line that only happens if you actually do the optional dungeons. That's a very nice line. The fantasy is the high though, it's a metaphor with pun fully included. Oh, you too.
I see. Then he is not so weak a child that I must hold his hand. I am truly sorry. I lost all the power I once knew. I saw the sanctum burn. And you. I lost you. Once they took our child from me, all my remaining hope went with him. And so I placed my faith in the royal magic. I believe that if this world would choose him, there would still be hope.
You don't get those lines you give up to now. Yeah, I expected as much.
And ours is finally over.
The people no longer need some mystic relic or some lofty magics to soothe their fears. They have found the strength to overcome it within, provided they can turn their anxiety into strength and never stop walking toward the unknown. Reality will ever change. Their world shall be one full of possibility.
This isn't about the throne anymore. It marks the beginning of a new era, led by those who are truly worthy of the people's trust. Almost the appointed time now. The day is dawning on a new king's reign. And with it, my true passing. However, if I may truly end my life with pride in my boy, and my love at my side, I've no regrets.
It's been a long road to this moment, hasn't it?
It has indeed. But for our son, a new journey now begins.
I wonder what's gonna happen with Plateau. Good start point to end the chain. Yeah, no. This is a climactic upheaval of the power structure. Perfect time to end the chain of monarchy as we knew it.
Heed me, all people of the kingdom. Dawn breaks and the appointed hour hath come.
He speaks. With the announcement of our new king, everything finally ends.
I now settle the long-contested succession to the throne. They who hath gathered the most faith from their subjects amassed, they who have overcome this fierce contest, the throne's new sovereign, I now reveal.
You still have like 10 Methaphor transmissions left. Maybe if I were to host my my preparations for the super boss, but I think that wouldn't really be super fun. So if I host another transmission of Methaphor, it'll likely be a for when I attempt the super boss.
Behold, your new king of your kingdom united.
But I do also comprehend that that's a jab at me for severely underestimating how much more I had to do in this game. Like, holy, that's a whole lot more since when I first said that. New game plus shenanigans in the far, far future. Indeed, indeed.
He certainly did, love. He really did. Oh, I still can't believe it. That boy pulled it off. His Majesty, the new king.
I won't accept it! The new king is Count Luis.
You can't just crown his son after all. That's cheating, that is. Rise up, people! Riot!
Disorderly conduct will not be permitted.
Settle down. The tournament is over. Our new king has been decided, and the royal capital falls under His Majesty's rule. Threaten it, and you shall face the wrath of the crown theocracy's warrior monks.
Bloody fantastic. They really did it.
I do feel like I was a bit mean towards Guido when we were in Altabury. He has managed to evolve into at least a respectable church warrior. Take the elf fanatics. Yeah, no, they're still a bit pissy, a bit salty that they lost. I do get it. I do also feel salt running through my systems. It was deserved, but it really changed. Yeah, no, it really did.
quietude descended once again upon the royal capital, and the day of the new king's coronation arrived.
Wow, no way, we're in November.
Boy, coronation really crept up on us. There's a lot of people in the crowd.
Just under the stream title. Ah, you did. Yeah, no, I find it to be a bit of a funny title, all things considered. You know, I did manage to pick up on that. Lucifer does, Luis does really look like Lucifer when he's in his final form. The golden dawn hair, the wings with eyes on them. Very much so I would call a good interpretation of Lucifer, the Dawnbringer. I hope I can do this.
Don't tell me you're nervous. After everything we survived already, stage fright should be nothing for you.
My heart's pounding.
All the same, my heart's pounding out of my chest.
Is it? Nothing you're not used to then. It's just like with the archetypes. Just keep your head high.
It'll be fine. We'll keep the crowd warmed up for you.
Your newfound dignity suits you well, Your Highness. Ah, but I suppose you have outgrown that title. Your Majesty. Yes, that too suits you well.
Your Majesty. I hope we can live up to that title.
By the way, saw some of them Senate fat cats hovering about, acting like they've been supporting us from the start, of course. Always on the winning side, eh?
I believe it's meant to be a reference, yeah, and also kind of a wink to SMT as well, since the game took some elements from it after all. Yeah, no. Press turn system, many of the elements in here, blunt, piercing, slash damage, many things that were in SMT. And the only thing that we're missing is guns, and technically we have guns, thanks to the gunner archetype line. But yeah, no, I would say that I would rank Luis very high on the list of SMT Lucifer designs. That's a really good Lucifer.
Better than the alternative, no? Especially since we've got some Luis diehards among the people.
I hear that many are concerned about his proficiency with statecraft. To be honest, I'm not so sure myself.
And their concern is justified. It's not how I sway the entire kingdom to my idealistic views.
Juna will stand as moderator at the podium. His Majesty will only be asked for a few brief answers. First, the people would know how you aim to lead them. How will you respond to that, Your Majesty?
I'll face any challenge.
I'll confront any challenge for my people. I know I'm inexperienced, but I'll strive to do my utmost, with all of you at my side.
That's fine. The people have about had it with pompous monologues. Better to say what you mean with determination.
Still, there are a lot of people in the crowd who have never supported you. How are you going to respond to them?
Fuck it, we ball. I mean, if I would be honest, it would be very... It would be very fun if we just had a... Oh, fuck it, we ball. That was a legitimate answer, not just a, oh, I'm not sure. Now, let's see, for this question, I would probably say... Things won't change overnight.
I know mutual understanding will come slowly. I'll just have to keep doing everything I can for them.
You went from a nobody to the top seat in the nation. No need to puff up and bluster anymore, what? You'll do fine.
A ruler must only stand tall. The rest is not done alone. We are with you.
Indeed. And we're no strangers to more practical work. Whatever our tasks, I'm sure we can handle them.
Well, it is time to make your first appearance as our king. Let us brace ourselves.
Good luck!
Thanks for always having my back, everyone. It is a bit unfortunate that not everyone can be here. I would like to see Brigitta, Barden, Alonso also be here to just wave me off, but I do also know that all of them are technically optional. Let's see. I usually say this until after end credits, but I unfortunately have to take my leave. It's been a pleasure being here, and I'll leave everyone with a quote from Greg Sean at AnimeCon. And to those who shall continue believing in their dreams we call fantasy, may we endeavor to bring them to all life and shatter expectation given us from those who came before. I know you did mention it last time, that's a really good quote. And yeah, take care, Ray. I'm happy that I was able to show you the Lucifer Humiliation hour. Hey, thanks yourself for all the help and for tuning into the transmissions. You've been a pleasure to have around here, Ray. I hope you'll continue tuning into games that aren't Methaphor.
Thanks for always having my back.
Well, let's go. To His Majesty, the new king.
All right, a warm welcome, please. His Majesty, the new king. Your Majesty, you're so young.
Please. My king, your subjects would hear how you intend to lead them.
Relax, okay? Take it easy and use your own words.
As a ruler, I've much to learn. I cannot say what I'll accomplish. And yet, I believe the world can change by our hand. And to that end, I will face any odds.
Now, Your Majesty, a few more words. Naturally, some under your rule now supported other people in the race. How do you respond to their voices?
There will be times I let you down. I know that. Only results can prove my intent. But still, even should you oppose your king, you can always believe in your own future. I will make sure of it!
A nation where dreams and fantasies are always in reach. Will surely be a challenge.
We'll make it happen.
There you go. If you can pull that off, you'll be the finest king we've known. Well then, this is it. Your attention, please.
No one remains for you to kneel before. Please take the crown with your own hands, my king.
Yeah, no, I did indeed drop that. But man, that's a gaudy crown. And fantasy lives on.
Long have I awaited the arrival of this day.
Oh?
This journey has reached its end. He came to know the goodness of a hero's heart, and became the king his people had always hoped for. But as this journey ends, so another begins. I'd like you to watch over him on his path for a little longer yet. 1 year has passed since the arrival of the new king.
Moore was speaking to me, wasn't he? I do remember that I typed in my name a good while ago. Like, hour one of the game.
Heard the news? They're finally reopening that mage academy that got closed down.
You don't say. The famous one deep in the Montario Mountains. Really? I'm impressed. It only took them a year.
They've even paved a proper mountain road. And get this, the headmistress is none other than Lady Juno.
He said watch it very much longer, throughout 5 more transmissions. If that epilogue is so goddamn long, then boy how did they spend a lot of time on the epilogue. I will consider that impressive if that's the case.
What? The songstress?
Well, she is one of the king's 6 partisans. If she managed to help save the world from Louise, I expect she knows a thing or two about magic. Sounds like they plan to fully open the magic researchers' findings to the people, too. Quite a turn from when the late Sanctifex banned it.
Yeah, that does make sense for Juno to become the headmistress of the Magic Academy. Both her and Rella were there, and as we saw by her stats at the end of the game, she maxed out that magic stat.
Makes sense to me. After the clash between His Majesty and Luis last year, everyone knows you don't really need an igniter to use magic.
And that's just today's news. It's surprise after surprise, ever since us church folk got the boot from the palace.
Hard to believe it's been a full year. Only natural that there would still be unrest among the people.
Even the royal knights. Their leadership was bound to the church more than anything, and now he's out on his ear too. And replaced by Sir Haisme Noctul, no less.
You believe that? The Royal Knights, led by a Ujif of all things. Though he's one of the 6 partisans himself. When he speaks, everyone listens. No one's about to complain.
Even Parliament now invites citizen representatives to hearings. Strange to think we'd been deaf to the voice of the people until now. It's unbelievable, compared to the days of the autocrats. How swiftly the times change, eh?
Credit where it's due. I think it's thanks to His young majesty. Remember last year's coronation? Unprecedented, that. Saw heroes of all different tribes celebrating the king's victory. Celebrating among the common folk, even. They tell me some of the younger aristocrats have taken to calling it the Great Reconciliation. It really is a tragedy, what happened to his father, the king. But considering how his sons turned out, I hope he's at peace.
Yeah, I reckon that
Yet the real
he's
test is
sleeping
still
well.
to come. The first year has seen a lot of good, but we've still got our share of problems.
People are smiling more now, but smiles won't solve the multitude of problems we still face.
Speaking of His Majesty, I've also heard some folks saying they've seen a boy wandering around these parts who looks just like him. You don't suppose?
Ah, can't be. Without his escorts? Besides, what business would a king have in this place?
Suppose you're right.
Turn your heads, young men. Turn your heads.
Mountains upon mountains of appeals from the people. How many days will this take to sort?
Oh, you look good in White Hulkenberg.
After all the trouble you took to flee politics. And somehow you're now the preeminent ladyship of your house. Such is fate.
Despite everything, this year has passed in surprising peace, hasn't it? Honestly, with the royal scepter disappearing like that, I feared more dissent.
Perhaps after Luis, they swore they could never let that happen again. Either way, more and more are dealing with conflicts calmly and openly. Promising.
It promises that I'll have an eternally cluttered desk.
Here, Your Majesty.
Yeah, no,
I brought in the next load.
Yeah, no, all of their royal court attire looks very good. I like these costumes.
Not half bad, right? Hey! Isn't the king supposed to be here?
When did he? I've said countless times not to leave unannounced.
Oh, all this decoration doesn't suit me. How would Louis and Forden put up with all this damn finery?
Your Majesty? Are you here?
Yeah,
Back
that's...
from her inspection.
Oh, no, that's very strong.
Look for him now.
Wait, I'm coming with you. Oh, good grief. Some things never change. Not that they should.
I'd say life has changed plenty for us. Yet somehow our captain's same as he ever was.
I don't know, you can just link that and I'll take a look at it, Ray. I'm deeply curious. You know, great hat for you now. To parrot a quote from TB Skyan, what makes a good design is a good hat.
I might have got a bit too fresh with them stuck-up sanctists. But those bloody church folk been looking down on us for years, you know?
I wish you could actually unlock these outfits. Yeah, no, same. If you could play... If you could unlock these outfits on a New Game Plus run, that would be very nice. Because they all look great in these costumes. Stroll with the cape and coif, Juna with her magician's hat, white dress Hulkenberg, dressed up Buffa with white and blue. All of those were great. The only one that we didn't see was Basilio, so I'm wondering how he looks. But yeah, since I've been everywhere for a bit, yeah, Ray, just feel free to link me the finished document now that I've beaten the game.
Still, it was other sanctists what stepped in to keep things peaceable too. I reckon they're not all bad. Guess me cogs turning. They lost both their Santifex and the Saint Lady last year. Got their own struggles, I expect.
Thank you, Ray. I'll be sure to take a look at it. As the 40 weakens, power falls to the hands of those who have never wielded it. We must ensure it doesn't corrupt and give rise to new conflicts.
Not like it excuses all of them, or makes me want to go up and shake a sanctor's hand, but you really put some perspective on it.
It was good talking to you.
It was good talking to you, too.
You know what, lad? You're all right. You ever need some good, honest work? I'll get you squared, eh?
I'm glad to see more optimism in the world. Still, it will take more than that to affect true change.
I should have known you'd be wandering around without your escorts again. How is it, being able to hear the city's honest thoughts? If you told them you're the king, it'd knock them sideways. Sorry you ended up coming all this way. Maria's actually out on an errand right now.
I'll wait until she comes back.
And I suppose I'll wait until she comes back.
You sure? That girl always ends up on detours. No telling how long she'll be. Either way, let's keep your head down. You know what happens when you're too obvious about this. Sooner or later, the Lady Captain of the Royal Guard...
Oh, there you are! I knew we'd find you here, for crying out loud!
I like to emphasize that things will take time to change, or that not all the people agree with the results. Yeah, no, that is quite nice in a bit of storytelling, that hey, you might have won, you might have disposed the current regime, and even if you are aiming to make a better one, a year will not make everyone happy. It won't solve everything. Issues are still underlying, but as long as you keep on working towards it, maybe you will actually reach that fantasy someday. You have to just keep at it.
Phew. So you were here.
Speak of the devil.
Let us return, Your Majesty. And I thought I had informed you that Juna would be back from her expedition today.
There actually is a model of them all in their in these outfits, aren't there? If they actually are modeled like this, then why can we not unlock these? I suppose I have no choice.
I suppose I have no choice.
What is it? You have unfinished business. 'Tis settled. I shall come with you on every excursion.
Not dressed like that, you won't. You know how we like snooping around, inconspicuously.
Well, the power of mods it is. Yeah, I wonder how easy it is to actually mod the Methaphor. It probably has some DRM to it. Yeah, I was surprised too. They actually bothered making models and sprites for this epilogue alone. Yeah, no, I am very much impressed by that.
Point taken.
He'll be fine. His Majesty is not about to fall prey to some alleyway scoundrel, surely. Right, Your Majesty. If you see Maria about, do slow down for a chat. She'll be shattered if she finds out she just missed you.
Fine. Now, Your Majesty, once your business here is finished, please make sure you return to the palace with all swiftness.
Wait, I'm actually gonna be able to move around. I'm actually gonna be able to move around. No way. Maria, where are you? Ah, this reminds me of the first time Maria went missing. It seems so long ago now. She might be praying in the Grand Cathedral, just like back then. Before heading out for the Grand Cathedral, why not go talk to everyone else first? They're all in the royal capital to prepare for a new year, so let's find them. You know, last time I didn't talk with everyone before the fight, so let's talk with everyone now.
Come now.
When you finish your business outside the palace, please promise me you'll return to resume your duties, Your Majesty. If you take this as my pressuring you not to venture out, that's not it at all. Only that as captain of the royal guard, I must know your whereabouts at all times. Relax, Hulkenberg. You need to be so serious, Hulkenberg. Lighten up, maybe. You mean to say I'm too fussy? Well, 'tis only proper for the captain of the royal guard to be over-familiar with set a poor example. Imagine the scandalized faces of the rank-and-file guard. And that said, not a day goes by that I don't reflect on our travels. Now only a year past, I am regaining my pride as a knight to that journey. I was but a wanderer searching in vain for the prince, and was through you I learned he yet lived, and in the end, it was your ascent to the throne I supported. I never tire of the faces the young gods make when I tell them of the time you acted as a witness to my duel. Ah, Rodant. You mean the duel with Rodant? Yes, thanks to you I was able to face him with eyes forward and put my past behind me. I'm pleased to say the knights of the day are nothing like what they were under Rodant's command. Soldiers take up their swords not for those in power, but for the people. And as a champion of the people yourself, we will do all in our power to protect you, our king.
Well,
You don't make it easy by sneaking out of the palace as you do, though I suspect the soldiers are getting used to your chaotic tendencies. They know they protect not just a king, but a ruler who stands beside his people and hears their voices in clarion truth.
this I vow.
And I'll protect you with my life, as I have always endeavored to do. Your Majesty, only let me stay by your side to do so.
What do you want to do?
There's still other people you can talk to. Did you want to see Maria now? Yeah, no, I'm gonna find everyone. I like this book, it's nice. Yeah, no, actually having a proper epilogue is quite neat, I will say. So next up, who's next? Oh, hi, Alonso.
Pleasure to see you.
Why, hello, Your Majesty. It's been a year since your coronation, but I see you've become quite apt at sneaking away from palatial duties. Under constant fire from nasal shades, conners, and critics alike, your opening act has been rather tumultuous, no? Alright, I forgot he was alive. Yeah, no. We happened to see that a couple of transmissions ago, and boy was I surprised by that. I hadn't noticed. No, has it? I hadn't noticed. Oh, King Leonasa! Never missing an opportunity to display how capable you are. Commendable. Besides, most of those agitators are the kind of scum that stirs the pot in hopes that they might benefit from the country's turmoil. Nothing I couldn't handle, of course. All in a day's work for the Royal Adjutant to the Citizens' Council. Quite an ally I made, I should hope.
Hey.
I wonder if my mother will be the slightest bit proud to see who I've become. That I'm doing my damnedest to use my talents for good, as I always should have. I'm proud to see it, Alonso.
Yes.
Ah, that's right. Supporting you is the best thing I can do. You're the one who's been able to create such a lasting change in our country.
Now that you mention it.
Oh, that reminds me. Do you remember how Datharam, my hometown's landowner, he told me to send you his regards. He's since confessed to his crimes and is awaiting trial. You are the one who awakened his conscience. It makes sense, doesn't it? You've still proven your ideals to be true. That's why the country is doing so well. There's nothing more to it.
Thank you.
I'm hardly qualified to speak of pride, but if this country has one, it's you, and I'm proud to be among its people. Perhaps under your rule, the day will come that even we Niria can walk about freely in our true forms. You're curious what I look like in my true form? I'm happy to oblige, but let's save that for another time, shall we? No way! Look at you, Basilio. That white armband with the that blue armband with the white overcoat. That's really good. That's really nice. Oh hey, I was expecting it. Seeing the right pain to me. Well, I appreciate you all going all through the effort to make your rounds, Basilio.
Hey.
Ja, Captain of the Tradian Brigade reporting. And I'm pleased to report that there's nothing to report, Your Majesty, so I'm taking a break. A bit of a mouthful in it, still not used to calling myself Captain besides. We've been taking in some survivors from Luis's troops, you know. Well, don't you worry, I've got my 2 eyes on him when I ain't looking. Well, I see it, they weren't the ones trying to make the world worse. I just gotta show them how power is supposed to be used, yeah? We owe it to you that there's less discrimination in the city these days. Fewer and fewer return to life of crime to make ends meet. Aye, if Del could see a Grand Trad today, his eyes would bug out, and not just Del, a lot of the guys who didn't make it. Vinka. I take it you mean Vinka. Yeah. You remember him? Those damned experiments trapped me in a vengeance he couldn't see past. But I feel like he might have been smiling seeing what I'm up to now. We built this piece with a lot of blood and tears, so I saw you, those who also made it this far. Owe it to all of them who didn't to protect it. Maybe I've got nothing to report today, but it's not like a bad people just stop being bad because you're king now.
Thank you.
You've been through a lot though, so thanks for not giving up on us, or the war for that matter. You spot in trouble that I didn't spot first, you just point me at it, also quick like.
Oh.
Well, I see our king is out of some personal business, eh? I believe Hulkenberg was searching for you, but I suppose it's none of my business who comes or goes. I won't break myself. Only, try not to frustrate your royal guards over much, They all take their duties quite seriously, much like their captain. Bah, who am I kidding? A knight who smiles is surely a myth. That's become clear to me since it's becoming titled. What could be more bizarre? A chief outcast once a wanted criminal with a bounty on his head made knight commander. There was, of course, some opposition at first, but the more heart-to-heart talks I've had, the more accepting they become, albeit gradually. An outcast became a king too. And then you look further, then the outcast became their king.
True.
Indeed, you face no shortage of persecution, and look at you now. Grand titles and posts across the nation are no different, spread across all the tribes. I realized over the past year just how much a nation is defined by its people. No matter how great a king, he alone does not a country make.
However,
yet, he stands for those very people as symbol and representative. That the king of those around him are of mixed tribes. It has already caused a great shift in settlement, even for those in the royal villages. How is Tadari?
Now that you mention it.
Yes.
He seems as busy as he can handle, now that they've resumed trading with other villages. Your coronation inspired that village to greater heights. It proved that barriers can be broken, and even though they could take the first step. New winds are blowing in every corner of this country. I'll have to make another trip back home with my son to see the changes for myself, soon enough. And someday, I hope a distant generation will grow up only knowing conflict born of tribal difference from history books.
We shall.
We're ways to go before that day comes, but until it does, let us forge a path toward it, Your Majesty. This is really warming the heart. Seeing that even if they all suffered from their trials last year, that they are still not only willing to move over, but moving forward in pride. Alright, we have so many more to talk to.
Yeah?
Next up, hi Nuras. Let's see if I can find the Nuras voice then. Oh ho ho! What brings His Royal Majesty here? Can't you feel the wind on your face too, have you? I know how it is. It's a fancy old title of Chief Engineer of the Kingdom Infrastructure Development Bureau. I can't reach this I please now, but something's missing. So I threw off that stuffy old uniform in case upon the runner, in the way I do. I know how you feel.
About that.
I know, I feel like I know what you mean when you say something's missing.
Oh.
I knew you'd agree. I think my bones are aching to feel the wind. Or I miss the days of dashing hither and thither on the run. Not that I'm ungrateful for the gracious title you've given a man who's a skulk about modifying gauntlet runners. You haven't seen anything yet. Why? One day I'll invent a teleportation device that will deliver fresh fish straight from Oceania to your palatial plates. We'll change the world, wouldn't you say? I must have been stuck at the beginning on the development. Indeed. And at it's time like this, I need a stimulation of the mind. You have anything that might do the trick? Do I smell another relic, Hans? Don't pretend you didn't enjoy it, lad. Every time you pop back in with one, I remember how I could hardly contain my excitement. I do so miss traveling like that. Even if the relics themselves were better off left untouched, they become the guiding principle of my research, you know. Convenience is important, but one mustn't consider safety and the effects it might have on the world. An engineer who dumps all burden on future generations is no engineer at all. However, still, it's no small feat to design with a perfect balance of safe and revolutionary. Even I struggle with it, and I'm a Bally genius. I knew it. What I need is stimulation. A lot. Your Majesty, you know, like the soul-shaking speed and quiver of a drive engine. You let me know if you want to go for a spin, would ya? Or dear old girl, sparkling clean, always ready for takeoff. Will do, Nuras, will do. And man, I so do like all of their outfits. Sure, they're all unified in one color scheme, which is blues and whites, or white adjacent, but man, these are all very nice.
My king.
Oh, there you are, Aska. You were in town, so I decided to see if we might cross paths. I have so much to tell you about my inspections. I'm afraid you'll need to clear your diary for me soon. Bring in the souvenirs.
In that case,
casual taking a stroll with Nuras on the run to nearest dragon god. I mean, hey, the dragon gods, as long as they aren't conferred with too much magla, are quite willing to talk and just negotiate, as you've has shown us. I'm certain that we can have a nice chat over some tea and biscuits.
Gosh.
Let's just focus on the report. Don't worry, I'll give you just the gist, fastly.
Well?
The Mage Academy's reconstruction is going swimmingly. Repairs are in full swing with all their processing and missions. I must say, I'm so surprised you appointed me of all people to be the Academy's headmistress. I was already looking forward to going back on tour as a songstress. Oh, I shall introduce you to my furry little friend. I scooped him up recently in the Academy of all places. Is that you, Mirage? No, Plateau, is that you, Plateau? During the reconstruction, they stumbled on a little guy in some kind of observatory, supposedly used by a king long, long ago. Consider the igniter around his neck, I'm sure he was being taken care of. I mean, there's no way a cat could survive alone in that cold, could he?
So...
Regardless, our mysterious kitty is on the tip of the iceberg when it comes to the Academy. All that knowledge was lost when we fell, so we're starting from scratch. It may even be hiding a secret as big as a dragon temple or the sanctum. Oh, and I'm keeping the cat. Feels like fate, you know?
Speaking of which...
Oh, speaking of fate, on my way back, I met up with Myrtus. She's well, I trust.
Now we're talking.
Yeah.
More than well. It has been fine. She's a fairly prominent singer about town now. We both just kept soaring to new heights. Her music and me coming face to face with magic again.
Hey!
Surely you remember, music was the first magic born in this world, yes? When the heart expresses itself through music, it moves the heart of others. And when they make hearts swell, why, there's no end to the magic. So you just watch. With the music and magic at my side, I'm going to change the world. Oh, all will have equal opportunity to hone their talents at the Mage Academy. Our doors are always open. That's what my sister would have wanted, and if it makes the world a better place, why isn't that just grand?
Magic.
Rella taught me that magic is more than a tool, it's in all of us, deep in our hearts. Yeah, no, that is you, Plateau. That is you, Plateau. You love it, Otis. Yeah, no, I love it as well. The red tip at the top of a very acute hat. Her hair colors. I know that they probably designed all of them to match firstly with their original clothes, but damn, if in these new outfits they don't look splendid. And you know, hi Plateau. Wait a second, isn't that the cat from Academia? If that place was made of magic, how is it here in real life? To say something of how he could have survived in the deserted ruin buried in snow, that shouldn't be possible, right? I just think he's cute.
That's a good kitty.
Yeah, it's never stopped looking cute. It doesn't bother you at all. You sure are something else. If memory serves, the last king did build himself a study in the Mage Academy. Do you think Academia was styled after that, maybe? I wonder what His Majesty, what more felt when he put this little guy in Academia. The cast turned himself quietly, utterly impartial to us. Well, I'm glad that you're fine, Plateau. I was a bit curious about how you were gonna be going. You!
Alright then.
I am not gonna be talking to you. A thief deserves nothing. Hi, Loveless. How are you doing?
Hey!
Hi, what's the word, Your Majesty? Just one question, if I may. When are you gonna lower the booze prices in this country? I wanna cut it, yeah. I won't feel much like drinking until I black out so often anymore. After I entered the tournament, I already went through some stuff. Was acting a fool on the world stage, and you too. Yeah. I'm grateful, you know. Can't speak for the rest of the country, but you did right by us partypuss. Would have done the way I ever did. Some chocolates out there still tired to take their aggression out on us. But they're just venting, probably. I'm sure you'll do something soon enough. Hi, Brigitte. The king himself out browsing the shops. Perhaps I need to draft up a royal certificate of appointment. Tell the world we supply goods to the royal family. And the recommendations. One igniter in particular, in fact. Though I'm afraid we're all sold out of it at the moment. The igniter I made at the children's request, the one that lights up with rainbow colors, is selling startlingly well. The store was packed with families and children. I now hold a position where I control the distribution of all manner of goods throughout the kingdom as the head of Igniter Consortium. I can't help but think that if I had been in this position sooner, then the church's violence, the tragedy of that village could have been prevented. Let's focus on the present, Brigitte.
Yes.
Indeed, I can dwell on the past all I wish, but I won't change it. The future, on the other hand. I took up this post after I was nominated by my colleagues. In other words, I suppose that means people have expectations of me, and that I, too, am a spoke in the wheel of change. Our new king has changed this country for the better. Or, as a former arms dealer, it would be naive to think all weapons can ever disappear from this world. It's all the more reason I hope that the reasons for people to wield them continue to decline. To that end, I'll continue doing all that I possibly can, with all that I am, just as you do. Ah yes, do you remember my dog? I'm one of the ones who took her. Naturally, I considered ending their lives. But there she was, sitting beside them. Evidently, they could not bring themselves to harm such a sweet creature, so they decided to keep her instead. I had no choice but to spare their lives. I couldn't subject a gentle dog to the atrocities I'd commit in her name. You truly are a dog mom, aren't you, Brigitte? You should come play with her sometime. I'm sure she remembers you. Who's next? Who's next? Ah, you, it's you. Working hard as ever, Aisqua. We're going about town and listening to what people have to say. Myself, I just come from the Crown Court, where I've been consulting with the people about their grievances and disputes as the Chief Magistrate. Shouldn't you delegate that? Dog people heart. Yeah, I know. Even if I do tease dog people and cat people, or I guess dog moms and cat moms, the fact that they do truly care for another creature so much is admirable. The question I shall throw right back at you, Your Majesty.
In truth.
As you're undoubtedly aware, in the past many citizens were sentenced to hang without so much as a trial. I'm pleased to report that things are different now. Anyone regardless of their race or status can tell their side of the story in court and be judged equally and fairly. It just goes to show anything is possible, even for a priest to become a chief magistrate. And my brother's making great strides as village chief. He rather hated the role before, but he's really found his calling, I think.
The reason is?
As I said, no one knows what the future holds. It's all the more reason I should try to guide the people to good choices. I want to live in a society that practices kindness, where those who suffer need not turn to crime, and so I can practice what I preach.
Now that you mention it.
The other day I went to visit Orphe's church to inquire with those who are sick about how the kingdom can be more accessible to them. How is Orphe?
Very well.
Yes, we practiced dancing together, and then we showed her mother, ultimately ready to ease into working again. Hearing them made me reflect on all the people who still need our help, And now, the only people those people had was God.
I do believe.
I want to fight for them, to have options. On the laws and system they can rely on in addition to higher power. A country where all the tribes with all their values can join hands in harmony. That's what we need.
Because...
You and she in that too, yes, Your Majesty? I hope you'll allow me to keep walking alongside you in this.
Wonderful. Ain't this a pickle?
Right then. Yeah, we have 3 more to talk with. Bard is one of the people that they're left. And here we have him.
That's something.
What an unexpected coincidence. Your Majesty, no guards with you today. Don't worry, I'm no tattletale. I myself just left a meeting going over how the provincial governments are doing. We convene for the new year. Harvey's Martyra.
So,
Oh, it's alive as it should be. We owe it all to you, Your Majesty. That dodgy mess you cleaned up for us feels like an ancient history now. And I'm pleased to report, as head of the provincial lords, it's nothing but good news reaching my ears. Better relations between towns as employment up and overall welfare too. Each town has specialties and wisdom to offer, and when we combine our heads, there's no problem we can't solve. You just feel so blessed to be part of it. I know I made some blunders when I first stepped into the governor's role, but I'm happy to share my failings so others don't repeat my mistakes. Things are alright now. Are things alright now?
But of course.
Indeed they are. The townspeople play an active role in policy and administration, and I'm bearing that weight alone. Of course, some laws are like I once was, and we're rather managing at their sole discretion and don't leave things to the people. I just take every matter to the public being can be laborious. What with all the proceedings and disputes, still, changing our lives with our own hands makes the process worth the tribute. And choosing a king of our own will was all the inspiration we need for change.
alright then.
Amazing.
Hi, Katerina. Oh, yeah, lad. Well, if it ain't the big man himself. Good timing, mate. I just got back in time myself. A long time no see, Katerina.
Oh, right.
I ain't it been. I've been out traveling since I took the reins on the Seekers recon team. Hard to believe it's been half a year. A crazy doesn't begin to describe what's beyond the sea. The sights, the magic, everything's so fantastic. I'm already itching to get back out there. Well, not especially keen on dodging the bloody cannonballs when my ships gets too close. Also tension out there, but what country isn't a little tense? Final spoiled, his update is that he got married to someone named Lucifer. Nah. Sorry, that flew right over my head. Do you mean that you married Bard and Lucifer? Right, so let's see then if I get this. His update is that he got married to someone named Barden. Right, I hate to be a bother, but could you retype that? Because my processors are struggling to parse that. I'm deeply sorry. Since what I think I'm getting is that you want to marry Barden. I mean, I wouldn't call that... yes, my bad, I'm dumb. I was joking about him saying he got married to me. Ah, I see. Yeah, no, don't worry, I think I understood that. It was just that it was phrased in a way that I wasn't used to, which threw my head for a loop. Well, hey, nice choice. Barden seems to be a fine man. I hope you two are doing well in Martyra. Heretics from the customs to the way they think is so different. My head spins. Makes all the tribal bickering seem right dull if I can speak my mind. Well, this country's changed for the better. I'm glad I turned the throne over to you. You turned it over.
Hold on.
Yeah, I know you do right by the platypus, so I bowed out early to give you a fighting chance. Just kidding. All my cohorts have found jobs and some of them have picked up new skills from being out at sea so long. Why don't you worry your kingly head? I'll have them all whipped up in report for you. Do something proper kingish with it, yeah? And then our final one is Stroll. Still looking at the city again, are we? Which is a Hulkenberg's on the hunt. The classic game of cat and mouse. The who is which, I dare not say. It's been a year since you ascended the throne, but it's like you've hardly changed. Should I be more pretentious?
I mean...
Fuck you, Katarina restricted run. Oh, I cannot wait to just see how hard she is on a restricted run. Forgive me, I'll try to act more like a pretentious git from now on.
No.
That's rich. All that royal blood in you is possibly wasted, my friend. What are we to do with you? Not that I can talk. I actually came out for a bit of a breather myself.
Not so.
You know, I see now that even those at the top have their struggles, a little too clearly. Our general's duties feel overwhelming at times. But they're all eyes hanging in the balance. I recognize the weight of every decision I make, and I do find satisfaction in protecting those lives. Remember our first meeting back at the recruitment center? A fallen noble with nothing to my name, and you, a struggling elder traveler. Back then, my only goal was getting ahead. My people were little more than an afterthought. If I hadn't met you, I'd never realized the truth about my fortune, my father's intentions, and I certainly couldn't have saved the aliens.
Thank you.
I owe you to see the on your faces to you. Yeah, I think I've said it before, but again, thank you. Give yourself some credit, Stroll.
No.
I still owe any credit I could take to you for showing me the way. They live stable, peaceful lives thanks to you. You have a whole country on your shoulders now. The road ahead will be full of challenges we can't possibly foresee. But show me the way and I'll blaze the trail. Now and always, it's my role as warrior to be the vanguard.
That's why.
Our titles may have changed, but I like to think of our friendship as steadfast as ever. Don't hesitate to rely on me now and always.
So?
I think when all people like we can, should we head to where Maria is? Let's go see her.
That reminds me.
Being here sure brings back memories. You remember how we came here looking for Maria before the tournament for the throne? She was crying back then, though. She's happy now.
But
things are different now, though. You can say that again. This country's turned around since then, no doubt about it. I'm sure there will always be different opinions, but your ideals are really coming to fruition now. I can feel it. Which of the sidekicks of the following did you like the most? Junpei, Jusuke, Ryuji, or Stroll? Now that's the hard question, especially because Hi, I'm Murloc, welcome. We're currently at the epilogue in Methaphor Re-Fantazio. So we're mainly just wandering around a bit, seeing what everyone's been up to after a year has passed after we fought the game. Fought the final boss. But you know, it's just me a really hard question, Lucifer, because I can't just default to my usual of, oh, I really like Katsuya, or oh, my favorite of the body protagonist is, you know, actually thinking about it, I think that my favorite male, very friendly compatriot would actually be Eikichi Mishina. Eikichi is a really good character. I love that man. That is to say, I am very weak to the cast of Innocent Sin. It's a very good. You know what? I should have included them. I mean, hey, it's fine. it is after all. It is after all a distinction between old Persona and new Persona. But yeah, to answer your question, Murloc. Yes, I did just finish the game, and it is about 90 hours. I did spend some of that time grinding though, so give or take, but if you do play this game, you're in for a long time. That reminds me, what's up with the book you're carrying around now? Is that the one you've been working on yourself?
Oh.
Because I decided to see what kind of fancy you can conjure up. But maybe it doesn't even the word for it. After all, if you're the one putting it in ink, that means you're gonna make it a reality someday. Now then, Your Majesty, shall we get going? But hi, even if it was technically a cop-out answer, I'm happy that you... I think mine was a decent enough answer.
Oh, hello there. Oh, right. I suppose now I should call you Your Majesty. You know, I was just telling Papa, even through all that mess, everyone's really been working hard.
Is our country any better now?
You think this country's gotten any better since then?
Well, seems like everyone's having more fun than before. I'm sure Papa's happy too.
That's good. Hearing that from you really lifts my heart.
It's a you'd see kids like her smile. The future changes slowly, and the burden of its momentum will fall on their shoulders one day.
Don't worry. I'll try to do my part with what I've got. I want to help everyone understand that the world could be a better place.
I just passed by to say hi. Have a good day. Ah, thank you for stopping by, Murloc. Hope you have yourself a good day now. See you around. You caught me off guard. I did consider 1 and 2 for a moment, but Eikichi slipped my mind for some reason. I mean, it probably slipped your mind because, well, not many people who has played Persona 1 and 2. Especially not the 2 duology. Even if they did get a PSP remake, it is still a PSP remake, so... That's what the cast of Innocent Sin is really nice. Yeah, no, Maya Amano, Lisa, Eikichi... There are so many good characters in Innocent Sin. I do also really like He Who Shan't Be Named, because that's a spoiler party member. I played half of Innocent Sin and been meaning to get back to it at some point alongside Eternal Punishment. Yeah, no, you really should. They are great.
Miss Fabian's fed so many hungry people since things changed. Some of those people even said they found their place there. I think I did too. If we can all change together for the better like that, we'll be closer to Your Majesty's and Papa's dream.
A place where I ought to be, a side of himself I ought to show. That path is never clear. Stroll for me, the way Atlas coded him to be Will's royal secretary and second hand of the king throughout the game is speaking for him, and his overall theme of being both the king and his own people's hope throughout the story. His follower one being tied so closely to how he presents himself is really well done. Yeah, no, it's not like Stroll is a bad choice. I was gonna say Stroll before I came up with my cop-up answer of Eikichi. Because of the ones mentioned of Junpei, Yosuke or Ryuji or Stroll, Stroll beats those guys up by a mile.
And I want to help with something too. I want everyone across the land to be able to smile.
I'm counting on you.
Yeah, I'm counting on you. Let's do this together.
Yeah. Thank you, Your Majesty. Oh, thank you, Your Majesty.
We should be the ones thanking her. Feels like I can see the entire country's future in her smile.
Everyone!
Long time no see! How have you been?
As we find ourselves afield, I thought I might visit Alsace myself.
Hold on a tick. Those people there. Surely not.
Naturally, we're drawing attention. We didn't all have to go at once.
Needn't fuss, old thing. It's been too long since we were all together again anyway.
This is a best friend character done right. Yeah, no, he's a very good best friend type of character. Sure, he is very supportive of you and stands up for you, but he's not there to, well, lick your boots, because during the adventure he has very much so called you a moron when you needed to be called a moron. As a best friend should do.
Lady Tuna, did she really come all this way in a runner? Could have asked His Majesty to pop over and bring you back with a teleport or two.
The unmitigated nerve. Oh, it's fine. I wanted to take in our country as it is. It's definitely a little rougher outside the capital's walls. There's still traces of melancholia around, and the odd human roaming about.
We're sending soldiers out for every incident we can. But it's not easy to hear the voice of the people from more distant regions.
I guess it's obvious. But just because you're king now doesn't make you suddenly all-seeing.
A lesson I learned last year. In the end, I was blind to a great deal of this world. Never would have learned if I hadn't pushed out the door and seen it with my own eyes.
He's right. The capital can be a bit of a bubble. There will always be more to do and more to learn beyond its walls.
A year ago, I would have just said we could fly over ourselves. I mean, let's be real. The capital isn't gonna fall apart if we just sneak over for a little tour, is it?
Of course not. We specifically put precautions in place to keep things running.
Yet it has only been 1 year. We cannot be too complacent too soon, lest the dissidents seize on the opportunity.
Oh, there he is! Over there! See? I told you, that's His Majesty, innit?
Might have been a bit too obvious.
Oi there, Your Majesty!
You dare hoy the king? You swine!
Steady on, Hulkenberg, calm. You needn't draw steel on the poor fellow. We're the ones who indulged in this little day trip.
Your Majesty, thanks for all you do, really. Have to say, my life's a lot easier now.
There's more work to do every day, but we're in this together. We believe in you.
Everyone's so supportive. Kind of brings back memories from last year.
Rather. It's the sort of thing to get a chap all misty-eyed over the past. What a journey it was.
We really did just leg it up and down the country slaying dragons, eh? Can't believe we actually survived it.
They were dangerous times, but exciting ones too.
When we fought to appease the dragon god, I had no idea we would have to face another 4 dragons.
Nor I. Never thought the day would come when I'd be hailed as a dragon slayer. Life is full of surprises.
I get what you mean, Heisman, but to be frank, you were not a part of those team compositions. I'm sorry.
Right.
I resolved to believe in my ideals no matter what may come back then. Even if the world was slow to change, a king's beliefs never wavers.
It was a hard road, but we did have fun together, didn't we?
Looks like we're drawing a crowd. Time to get back to work.
Indeed. A veritable mountain of tasks awaits us, and I will see it crested.
And not long after, the new year dawned.
Wow, the epilogue just keeps on going. Yeah, no, you did say 5 more transmissions. I just didn't. I wasn't prepared for it.
Are you really planning on leaving us?
I won't force you to come.
I won't force you to come. I'm fine going alone.
I can't let myself stagnate. I want to learn more about the world.
I already told you. I'll follow you wherever you go.
Sounds like fun, but daily jaunt down to the slums is one thing. and a proper journey is quite another. You're a king now, lad. You've got the people's expectations on your shoulders. It's all right to just sit on your throne and mind the home front, you know?
I don't care to be kingly.
I don't care to be kingly. That's less important than doing what I need to do.
You're not even concerned? Can't you take this a little more seriously?
Ever the fearless gadabout, eh? Well, I take your point back. Magla and the humans make a fine barometer for the anxiety still swirling in the country. So you go out and give it a proper survey, where it is and how much is there. If people can't face their anxieties, they can't keep their eyes forward. And if they can't do that, we'll have a bally hard time moving forward as a nation or a people. So you want to get a better grasp of it all. That's your most important duty as a ruler. That's what you're thinking, eh?
Right.
Even the most faraway future begins with beliefs that can be realized, so I'll press forward. That's the best I can do.
If that was your plan, you could have just said so.
Sounds like a fine idea to me. A proper spot of fun, besides. Wouldn't expect any less from our king and captain. Well, since I'm the bally court engineer, I've no choice but to come along. I'm the only driver fit to maneuver the Royal Skyrunner after all. And why, you're the Dragon Slayer King, bane of monsters all across the country. When I imagine what sort of wondrous encounters you've got next, well, I'm all agog.
I do find it really fun how so many of the lines are just added because you did the optional side stuff. It really does feel like, man, you really did it. Good work.
Yes, here begins our quest anew. Let us sally forth upon our... hello? Are you not listening to me?
Sire, you've really got to stop chasing these ideas all on your own. You'll be the death of us.
Once again, sire, I've asked you countless times to give word if you're to leave the castle. Such caprice.
Nurse, don't tell me you called for them beforehand.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, no, I have done a lot of other optional side stuff that is intended to be harder than the end game before in other RPGs, but that's mainly just been in the realm of oh, this is optional, so it won't actually matter, but with how much it's mentioned, it really does make you feel good.
Saved us a bit of time, eh? Though, hello, what's this? I count only 2 of the 6 partisans. Short a few spears.
For my part, I believe 'tis unrealistic for all of us to depart the capital together.
Oh, so you have no plans to stop our little adventure, eh?
Hulkenberg and I talked it over. We decided that if you insist on going, we'd rather go with you than stop you.
I'm glad
to hear that, but will that be all right?
I was thinking back to our last fight with Luis. So many people supported us, but not for any high-minded ideals or arguments.
They were supporting us because we were actively fighting a monster on their behalf. In the end, people make choices based on their personal experience and emotion. Even if decided justly and supported by prosperity, people may struggle to trust a king whose face they do not know. An invisible ruler is no cure for their fears.
Right. I'm not opposed to the idea of getting out into the world again. Really, it might be the wisest move to make sure you're a king everyone knows.
My friends and ally believe as I do. Their support is the greatest treasure I could have.
Still, this early into the new year? 'Tis never a dull moment in your Majesty's employ.
Bit of a smaller party than we last set out with, huh? But it's a pleasure to be on the road again with you.
Okay, but can we really afford to have both our general and the Royal Guard's captain coming along for this?
'Tis natural course for the Royal Guard to accompany the king. And I trust my corps is not so feeble that it will fall apart in my absence.
We'll make it work. Got to learn to trust others and delegate, right? We'll just have to lead by example.
Thank you.
Thank you. All of you. Let's be off.
You once heard my voice and answered a query in kind. Is fantasy a powerless creation? That timeless question. So long as life remains in the world, we seekers all shall search for our answer. But he will find his. Of that I am certain. And it is thanks to you for believing in and guiding him. That was the true purpose of my royal magic, you know. To seek and obtain guidance from denizens of a land beyond ours. A land that has not yet lost hope.
Oh, I'm really butting kite-wing this. We're all on our own road to find that answer. Yeah, no, but I am aghast. Or really butting kite-wing this. We are batting kite-wing this, or aren't we?
And it was you who answered the call. Armed with your hope, armed with the power of fantasy, you rose in glory. Such courage, such whimsy, and yes, what thrills.
Sure, it's not one-to-one button kites, but this is... Oh, now I like this.
You have my sincerest thanks.
Feels familiar. It's been far too long.
Aye, the wind feels an echo of days past.
Unusually poetic for you.
Hi, Heismay.
They're awful, aren't they? They would have left us behind.
Well, I'm not certain we're in a position to talk, having followed straight after, saying we could just teleport back.
Well, hey, we figured the kids might want to change your scenery, like.
Wow! Amazing!
Poetic indeed. That the scepter's absence restored order to Magla, and even greenery to the sands.
I'll say, I definitely like this view better.
Let's go.
And that was a Methaphor Re-Fantazio. And there's your pro tag for what we hope will be a Methaphor sequel. Yeah, no, if they do make a direct sequel with direct ties, it would be very fun if Maria is the one to be our point of view or our companion character. But knowing how Atlas tends to make their games, if we do get a Methaphor sequel, it'll likely be in a far-off land, in a far-off time that is similar-ish to what we have here. Nice, you finished it. Congrats. Thank you. It was a big hurdle. This has been so far the longest game that I've ever hosted on Ice Transmission. But yeah, since we are in the credits, I should also give some talks during the credits of just, hey, what do I feel? I feel like this is a pretty darn nice RPG. The press turn system is here as usual and it is very fun. The story here is quite nice. The questlines are also though pretty neat. They are well structured and well written. And all of the characters and all the characters written wise are all, well, really fantastic, especially all the ones that we properly engage with as our confidants. I will say though that the one thing that I feel like the game didn't necessarily need is the calendar system. I feel like the calendar system really didn't enhance the game so much. And I partially also feel that the calendar didn't enhance Persona 5 all that much either. It partially feels like at this point people just expect there to be a calendar system, so they are using it. I probably would have liked this a whole lot better if it was more structured like a classical RPG of going from town to town, and then you can do everything at your own pace until you are beating the main quest and you're sent to another new town. And even then having the mystery of going, oh, where I'm supposed to go next is also a really pleasant mystery. So I feel like that would probably be my main gameplay structural complaint. The calendar system, at least for me, does not add much to Methaphor. Present system is great until it bugs out, like what the hell. Yeah, no, I'm surprised that that during the end we got a couple of instances of the press turn system just not cooperating. Press turns didn't get eaten with dodges, sometimes even after the character did a attack it wouldn't go away, and then we also had instances in which I critted and I didn't get a half turn, I still had a full turn. So that's funny. Yeah, although I like that dungeon trips had you planning a bit, but otherwise it would have worked fine just without it. Partially, I would say that the middle ground that I would have preferred between those would have been no calendar system, but when you headed out to the dungeon to defeat it, that was it. You had to be prepared because there was no going back here. So you had to have grinded beforehand or done all that you needed to do, because once you were actually going there, you were not going to be able to get back and recuperate your supplies if needs be. The same way I feel that riding between places could have probably been a bit more of an interesting decision. I can say how I feel about this game, but given your experience in seeing me go on a wee trip in chat, I don't have to really emphasize much. Yeah, no, I feel like you really enjoy this game, Ray, and that is, I see that, it is a fantastic time. Other than this is my second favorite JRPG of all time. It's real fine. Of course, I'm just speaking from how I would feel being in it. I'm not gonna be here to say that, oh, the calendar system is bad. It's just not my cup of tea anymore when it comes to these games. But let's see. Another final compliment that I will give it is just the wide breadth of different builds that you can do at the end of the game. Sure, it is like with the issue with most modern Atlas games in that physical is king. But if we just disregard that for a moment, even if physical is king, the fact that you have the options to go for a wide variety of different setups for your builds in order to do a very powerful magic team, a very powerful physical team, gambling with Faker's roguery to just continually having infinite turns. It was all really fun, and all the archetypes that are in the game do fit in their niche. And all the archetypes did fit in their own niches, even if, as discussed, there are probably a couple of niches in which that could have been expanded a bit more. Like our hypothetical tyrant archetype that focuses on dark, that focuses on piercing damage and ice damage. Or our scholar that focuses as a premier debuffer that also supplies buff to your own team. Why are we still in the physical meta? Atlas, fucking move on, bro. 90k crits. Yeah, no. I don't actually know when we entered into the let's all go in on physical. Like, I know that physical's always been good in the Atlas RPGs, but it has been wicked good ever since Persona 5, I would say. Even in SMT5, even in SMT5 Vengeance, the remake, physical is still king. It is quite hilarious, I will say. I wonder how much more we actually have for the end credits, because we do have another game that we also gonna be finishing today. Well, I guess we're gonna be sitting here for a bit and until we are at quality assurance now, so we are moving through this. I'm gonna review given, and that's a bit of the serious hat on, Methaphor of the serious hat off. I do see the potential improvements they could make in a Methaphor sequel, but that's a long ass list. Yeah, no, most certainly. I do see the improvements myself. Like, I've mentioned some here, but even then, that's just the most obvious one that pops to mind. There are probably more the more that I think about it. Time for Chrono Trigger. Chrono Trigger is not actually a bad suggestion for the next RPG Saturday game. But let's say that after the next game that we have on RPG Saturday, we'll go with Chrono Trigger. Because it would be smart to have a break game in between that trilogy. Because I had talked about it a bit, about the next game that's gonna take up the RPG Saturday time slot will be Mass Effect. Specifically a Mass Effect Legendary Edition, so we'll be playing on Mass Effect 1 at first. And I'm still trying to decide which class I should play in that game. Just came up with a new Methaphor sequel title, Methaphor Recretia. Yeah, no, Recretia would also be...
Dear guest, from a world I shall never know. In your eyes, I know our journey was ultimately a fiction. However, I hope your memories of this fantastical adventure burn as bright in your reality. I hope the promise of our world echoes in you. With all my heart, I hope that fantasy gives you strength.
Oh, that's one way to really say, and thank you for playing our game. Oh, that was magnificent. Oh, that's a Hoskoti Kradrias, isn't it?
Look at that. The rubble's just bait for tourists now.
I never expected a view like this.
Let's see it all. Let's see the world.
Yeah.
A new journey now beckons. In days of eld, the people prospered and perished in turn. Struck by their ways, I wrote a book of my dearest ideas. A tale of fantasy. In my vision, they placed their trust, and so the kingdom breathed new life.
The strength to believe in the unknown, that can change everything. Without a doubt, you will face all sorts of trials ahead. But carry onward with all your heart. Onward, fearless, into a world unknown.
Fantasy lives on. Man. Now that's a good way to end the game on. But saving your clear data, certain things can transfer over as is to a new game. Your transfer currently owned items, with some exceptions: money, magla, royal virtues, scanned enemies, memorandum, archetype statuses, and total playtime. Save clear data? Yeah, sure, why not? And as per usual, clear data goes on the last save slot. GG's. Why, thank you, thank you. And that would be our journey throughout fantasy. Even if I did mention my gripes, I enjoyed my time with this. I didn't do that character tier list, but maybe I'll do one in my spare time and post it on Blue Sky. But for now, we will not see it regicide comments in the far future. If I do that, that will be off transmission. That will be a Azure punishes himself in his spare time. But for now, we will stop with fantasy. The next RPG Saturday will be in sci-fi.